Viewers, welcome to my channel Online Biology Tutorials. We are doing the video series on the audio of Class 8 Science book, that is NCRT, which is followed in CBSE. So, in case you are interested in hearing the audio of the first two chapters, you can come to the playlist of my channel, and there you will be able to see Class 8 Science audiobook. I hope the screen is clear. So we are starting with chapter 3, coal and petroleum. I would request everybody that whenever you'll be hearing the audio of this, please share it with your friends. I hope the alignment is clear. So let's start with the live reading of chapter 3, coal and petroleum, class 8 science NCERT. We use various materials for our basic needs. Some of them are found in nature and some have been made by human efforts. So, activity 3.1, you are required to make a list of various materials used by us in daily life and classify them as natural and man made. So, left side natural and right side man made. Does this list include air, water, soil, and minerals? Since all these are obtained from nature, these are called natural resources. Can we use all our natural resources forever? Can air, water, and soil be exhausted by human activities? You have already studied about water in class 7. Is water a limitless resource? In the light of the availability of various resources in nature, natural resources can be broadly classified into two kinds. One, inexhaustible natural resources. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Examples are sunlight, air. Part 2, exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. Examples of these resources are forests, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Activity 3.2. Take some containers, fill them with popcorn, peanuts, roasted gram, toffees. Divide students into groups of 7 each. Further divide each group into 3 subgroups containing 1, 2, and 4 students. Label them as first, second, and third generation, respectively. Moving on to the second page. These subgroups represent the consumers. As population is growing, second and third generations have larger number of consumers. Put one full container for each group on a table. Ask consumers of the first generation from each group to consume eatables from the container of their group. Now ask the second generation consumers from each group to do the same. Ask students to observe carefully the availability of eatables in each container. If something is left in the container, ask third generation from each group to consume it. Now, finally, observe whether all the consumers of the third generation got the eatables or not. Also, observe if anything is still left in any of the containers. Assume that the eatables in the container present the total availability of exhaustible natural resource like coal, petroleum, or natural gas. Each group may have a different consumption pattern. Are the earlier generations of any group too greedy? It may be that the earlier generations in some groups were concerned about the coming generations and left something for them. In this chapter, we will learn about some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. These were formed from the dead remains of living organisms called fossils. So these are known as fossil fuels. Moving ahead on this side, 3.1, coal. You may have seen coal or heard about it, figure 3.1. It is hard as a stone and is black in color. Coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. Earlier, it was used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is also used as a fuel in various industries. Story of coal. Where do we get coal from and how is it formed? About 300 million years ago, the Earth had dense forests in low lying wetland areas. Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more soil deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called fossil fuel. A coal mine is shown to you in figure 3.2. I hope the screen is clear. When heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar, and coal gas. Coke. It is a tough, porous black substance. It is almost pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Next one. So here we are on coal tar. It is a black, thick fluid. Figure 3.3 is showing you with an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as a starting minerals for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry, like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Interestingly, naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are also obtained from coal tar. These days, bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metalling the roads. Coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. It is used Coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810 and in New York around 1820. Nowadays, it is used as a source of heat rather than light. Moving ahead to the next page, I hope the screen is visible. As a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plants. The viewers who have just joined, in case you like the audio, please do hit the like button. 3.2 Petroleum. You know that petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters, and cars. Heavy motor vehicles like trucks, tractors run on diesel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from natural resource called petroleum. The word petroleum is derived from petra, which means rock, and oleum means oil, as it is mined from between the rocks under earth, as shown in figure 3.4. Do you know how petroleum is formed? Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their body settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature, and high pressure transformed the dead organisms into petroleum and coal natural gas. Look at figure 3.4. It shows the deposits of petroleum and natural gas. You see that the layer containing petroleum, oil, and gas is above that of water. Why is it so? Recall that oil and gas are lighter than water and do not mix with it. The world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makum in Assam. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. Refining of petroleum. Petroleum is a dark, oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. The process of separating the various constituent fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery, which is shown to you here in figure 3.5. Various constituents of petroleum and their uses are given in table 3.1. Many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as petrochemicals. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, fibers, polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc., polythene, and other man made plastics. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizers like urea. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also known as the black gold. 3.3 Natural gas. The viewers who are watching this live are requested to hit the like in case they are liking the audio. Natural gas is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas or CNG. CNG is used for power generation. It is now being used. So in table 3.3, various constituents of petrol and their uses are given. So constituents of petrol are petrol gas, which is liquid form or LPG. It is a fuel for home and industry. Petrol is used in motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Kerosene is used as a fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Diesel is used as a fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generators. Lubricating oil is used for lubrication. Paraffin wax is used for ointment, candles, and Vaseline. Bitumen is used in paints, road surfacing, etc. I hope the screen is visible. As a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting, it is cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories where it can be supplied through pipes. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara, Gujarat, some parts of Delhi, and other places. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals and fertilizers. India has vast reserves of natural gas. In our country, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Can coal, petroleum, and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? No. Their formation is a very slow process and the conditions for their formation cannot be created in the laboratory. Moving ahead at 3.4, some natural resources are limited. You have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible like fossil fuels, forests, minerals, etc. You know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. It is required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last only a few hundred years. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause of air pollution. Their use is also linked to global warming. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result in a better environment, small risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association PCRA advises people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. Their tips are drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible, switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure, ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. So, with this, we are done with the reading of the chapter 3 Coal and Petroleum of Class 8 NCRT that is used in CBSE. The keywords that were used during this chapter are coal, coal gas, coal tar, coke, fossil fuel, natural gas, petroleum, petroleum refinery. So the summary of the chapter is coal, petroleum, and natural gas are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels were formed from the dead remains of living organisms millions of years ago. Fossil fuels are exhaustible resources. Coal, coke, and coal gas are the products of coal. Petroleum gas, petroleum, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, lubricating oil are obtained by refining petroleum. Coal and petroleum resources are limited. We should use them judicially. So, with this, we are done with the reading of Chapter 3 Coal and Petroleum of Class 8 CBSE from the NCRT book. In case you have liked the audio, please do hit the like button. Consider subscribing to have the recent notifications. I'll be back with another chapter in a short while. Stay connected.